Now, he's responsible for some of the South East's most beautiful gardens, and we have many. But as well as green fingers, Fergus is concerned with green issues in his role as head gardener at Great Dixter, the world-famous house and gardens in Northiam near Rye.
Yep, his innovative work on biodiversity and the environment has now been rewarded with the Royal Horticultural Society's highest accolade, the Victoria Medal of Honour. And he's told our environment correspondent, Yvette Austin, that he's keen to have a long-lasting impact on horticulture.
Full of the sounds of spring. Highly artistic, vibrant and unique, a place of pilgrimage for plant lovers. But there's far more at Great Dixter than meets the eye. Perhaps unusually for an ornamental garden, it's a haven for wildlife, which head gardener Fergus is passionate about.
We've been looking at everything from birds and bees and lichens and mosses and flies and beetles and so on, and extraordinary results, because it's showing that gardens like these are incredibly rich with this life. That's either nesting in the buildings or amongst all the vegetation or using the flowers as a food source.
It's taken 2 years to carry out a full audit of the biodiversity here, an important step, Fergus believes, in taking the garden forward.
On the estate we've got remnants of things that would have been here 400 years ago that have been lost in the wild, you see, so and you latch on to something like that.
There are resident students here, inspired by Fergus.
He actually, very interesting, showed me a way of combining nature conservation with gardening, which I thought was completely opposite, but here I learned that it can go together even if you garden this place really intensively.
So that's my medal.
Oh,
sweet.
it's quite small. And then you wear that one with it.
Yeah, and then you wear that with it. But it's the work that you do that's important, the effect that you have on horticulture. You know, here we are in a garden that doesn't garden for biodiversity, but it's rich with wildlife. You know, if we mimic that in other people's gardens throughout towns and cities and took in those scrappy bits of ground, whether they be no man's land between car park and paving, or be a roadside verge, or a wall that could be porous for all those mining bees and so on, you know, we could make a real difference with it all.
An example set of a brighter future for the natural world. Yvette Austin, BBC South East Today, Northiam.
It does look lovely there, doesn't it?
It does look lovely, but poor old Yvette is all bundled up in a warm coat and a scarf in May.
I know, it has been cold.
What's going on?
It is going to get warmer.